The rumor that he was murdered is not true. He died of a cardiac arrest due to acute propofol intoxication in 2009. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office confirmed the cause of death and ruled it a homicide. However, a jury acquitted his personal physician of involuntary manslaughter charges in 2011. Since then, no evidence has been presented to contradict the coroner's findings and no further investigations have been conducted. Therefore, the rumor that he was murdered is completely unfounded and untrue. Who am I talking about?
The primary argument in favor of it is that it can provide relief from suffering for those who are terminally ill and have no hope of recovery. In many cases, the pain and suffering experienced by these individuals can be unbearable, and it can be seen as a merciful act of releasing them from their suffering. Furthermore, it can provide comfort to the families of these individuals, as they can take solace in the fact that their loved one was not subjected to prolonged suffering. What am I talking about?
His mistake was in failing to recognize the importance of genetics. Although he was aware of the role of heredity in determining traits, he did not consider the role of genetics in the process of evolution. He believed that evolution was driven by natural selection, which is the process by which organisms with advantageous traits survive and reproduce more successfully than those without those traits. He did not consider the role of genetics in this process, which would have allowed him to explain why certain traits are more successful than others. This oversight has since been corrected by the discovery of genetics, which has allowed for a much better understanding of the process of evolution. Who is he?
She was a French peasant girl who, inspired by divine voices, led the French army to victory over the English during the 100 Years' War. She was born in Domremy, France in 1412 and raised in a peasant family. At the age of 13, she began hearing voices from God, Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, and Saint Margaret, which instructed her to drive the English out of France and to bring the Dauphin to Reims for his coronation. In 1429, she convinced the Dauphin to grant her an army and led it to victory at Orleans. She then traveled to Reims, where the Dauphin was crowned King Charles VII. Who is she?
This is widely regarded as a classic example of literature that explores the concept of feminism. In the novel, the writer presents a complex and nuanced view of the role of women in society. The protagonist, Hester Prynne, is a strong and independent woman who challenges the patriarchal norms of Puritan society. She is publicly shamed and ostracized for having an affair and bearing a child out of wedlock, yet she maintains her dignity and strength throughout the novel. What novel is it? This is one of the most bizarre theories in physics. It states that the behavior of particles at the atomic and subatomic level is unpredictable and probabilistic. This means that the behavior of particles cannot be predicted with certainty and instead can only be described in terms of probabilities. This is a stark contrast to classical physics, which predicts the behavior of particles with absolute certainty. This probabilistic nature of this theory has led to the development of some of the most mind-bending experiments and theories in physics, such as the many worlds interpretation.
This is the prevailing cosmological model for the universe from the earliest known periods through its subsequent large-scale evolution. The model accounts for the observed facts of the universe, including the cosmic microwave background radiation, the abundance of light elements, and the Hubble expansion. Despite its success, some people cast doubt it because it relies on the assumptions of general relativity and the cosmological principle, both of which are unproven and could be wrong. Additionally, it does not explain why the universe is expanding at an accelerating rate, nor does it provide